Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you so much for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really appreciative. Today, we're asking the question, how do others see you? I've got pile one with the genie's lamp, pile two with the crystal, pile three with the phoenix, and pile four with the shell box. Just take a moment, think of which one feels right to you. And just to remind you all, I'm doing giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, so just make sure that you are both subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. And we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number ones. So pile number one, you had the Gene lamp. How do others see you? How do others see you, pile number one? Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot. People in your life see you moving forward and creating stability in your life. Uh, I feel like they acknowledge that you have had loss. But again, for them, they see you as somebody that is moving forward. Like, so I'd say the people in your life probably think that you're very strong because they see you with your sadness, your disappointment, but they kind of see you picking yourself up. And this is a movement card, this is a movement card. Wands always have some level of movement. So it's like you're willing to, even though you've had sadness and disappointment, you're and yeah, you occasionally look back on those things, but mainly you're trying to figure out what you still have, what you can still do. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. Yeah, I feel like you know that you've had losses, but you know you're just going to keep forward, moving forward. Um, if those losses happen because somebody wasn't generous, and I feel like that's the case for some of you, you're just going to keep moving forward towards towards whatever situation or person is actually going to give what you give. So you, to the people around you, you come off as somebody who is, you know, you're somebody who keeps looking at whatever the bright side is, that keeps moving towards whatever good you can have. Ace of Cups. I feel like people really love you for this and also definitely believe in your emotional new beginning, because people see that no matter what happens, you move it forward. Eight of Swords. Do they feel like you're stuck? Because this isn't the energy of somebody stuck. Maybe you were stuck for a while. I'm going to get some clarity on this. Yeah, because this is all, there's so much moving forward, manifesting your new existence. Okay. No, you're not the one who's stuck. But I feel like you may have people in your life. Do they feel stuck regard? I feel like you have people in your life who just believe that they can't move forward. And you're, so I feel like, because I don't feel like you're under illusions, I feel like you're manifesting the life that you want to have. I'm getting like so, some people in your life think that they can't move forward, that they're and they don't see clearly. I don't know if this has to do with the people that cause you disappointments. But at the same time, I feel like you make people have to face their illusions. You make people have to face their belief that they can't move past what they've had to do. Because it's one of those things where it's obvious that you have had pain, you've had struggle, but you are somebody that is just going to move forward towards victory, move forward towards stability, optimistically look forward, and that leads to emotionally satisfying new beginnings for you. So a lot of people have to face you just by being you makes people confront the way that they hold themselves back and the excuses that they use for that. And that's again, you're definitely not preaching to anybody. You are just doing everything in your power to move forward, to be happier, to be healthier. King of Swords, is this you? Yeah. It's like you have you know what you want, you move towards what you want, you get new beginnings, and you definitely have hard boundaries. You if something's unacceptable, it's always unacceptable. Ooh, the Eight of Swords came out again, but I really feel like it's not you. I feel like you may be cutting out the people who don't want grow. Yeah, you may be in a place where like if people are going to stay in their mental prison, that you're in a place where yeah, you're in a place where you're moving forward, and if they want to move forward with you, fine, but you're not you're not going to you're not going to stay stuck. Is there any particular person who's stuck? I feel like a lot of people, and it's super understandable, it's not comfortable for anybody, but a lot of people don't really want to deal with the things. I mean, it's convenient when you don't have to. It can sometimes be convenient to stay stuck, to think that you don't have to do more work, especially because sometimes you really have had a rough deal in life. That is an honest and true thing. Um, but I'm getting that you are working. You're on a mission to transcend. So people see you leaving behind people who refuse to get out of their way. So even though you do leave behind, you do let go of the people who, yeah, for whatever reason, they're not going to choose the path of getting better. You still are a source of healing for other people because what you are is somebody who, okay, I'm getting like, you may have dealt with extremely chaotic situations. You may have, but you are somebody who has really grounded yourself. And in addition to that, yeah, you're, you're just, even though I feel like, the reason why the people feel this healing from you is because they see how far you've come, but it's just your end point. What you've chosen to be is like, you've chosen to be abundant, stable. And I feel like that was not the road of least resistance for you. You getting to this stability was not something that was given, was not something that was easy. So you, like the star, you keep on shining your light, and part of part of what you have to offer is showing that you can heal and you can grow, and that regardless of the circumstances, you can shine, you can bring light into this world. So I feel like, especially people who haven't been able to get out of their way, but on some level want to, because I feel like anybody who doesn't want to, you've yeah, you've definitely learned to let those go. But yeah, this is so appropriate. Um, they see who you are, the success that you've been. Ha 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 ha. Like, you, your success speaks for you. You, the light that you push out into the world, it speaks for you. So you don't have to preach to anybody. You just need to show them who you are, because it creates a beacon for people. It's like you give people a roadmap on how to do that same kind of healing. So yeah, people really pay attention, especially the people who have had similar scenarios. Malachite, this is about, it's in the heart chakra. There are, of course, other properties as well, but with the malachite, you have, I'm just looking at the glow in the dark stone. But again, you, I just heard verdant, and I think that, like, you've grown and thrived, and it wasn't easy. It was definitely not without sadness, but it's just, you've taken whatever circumstances on and planted yourself. You've grown, you've thrived, you've shown people how to be the light. And because of that, you act as light in the darkness for people. People see you and know that because you've done what you've done, that it's possible to do what you do. And part of what you're just doing It's like a lot of what you're just doing is just moving forward. But in that time, you water and nurture and build stability. Like where you go, things grow. Like where you go, you bring both the light and you bring the practicality. So with the cat, like you also offer also offer a true companionship is what I'm getting. I feel like you're not trying to tell anybody that they need to be where you are right now. In fact, I feel like if anything, I feel like you truly understand that not everybody's at the right place to heal. But what you do is you show an example of how to do it. You show an example that it can be done. And because of that, it dispels the illusions for the people who are having trouble moving forward and may not think it's possible to overcome what they have to overcome if they want to be more happy. So I guess the lamp is very appropriate. You you show people wish fulfillment again because like the magician, you have a direction in your life. You use everything in you to do it. And what you do is you show people the way. So I hope that this helps you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're both subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. I also want to say just thanks to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It all matters, and I'm really grateful. So we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 2. Pile number 2, you had the clear quartz. How do others see you? 7 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. When the first 3 cards came out, I got people feel like they want you on their team. People see that you definitely stand up. Like people know that you're brave. People know that you will fight for what you care about. People know that you are authentic and real. And you have all the strength, but you have a really brilliant ability to be this strong person, but also work really well with others. Now, the 5 of Cups, which actually did show up in the first reading too. Yeah, it's again like you're the person when things are rough, when things are tough, when things are hard, you're the person that people want in your corner because you will look at you'll be practical and look at what actually can be done in the situation. You're somebody who is going to work to make sure that everybody's okay. Um, you're somebody that you're not going to back down from something tough, and you insist on truth. So I also get, you know, maybe sometimes I feel like you are absolutely the person that people want around when things are tough. But I feel like sometimes just because I feel like sometimes people aren't always fair to you because they absolutely want to be around you when things are tough because they know the strength that you bring. But I feel like they they may not always, not everybody invests in you in the times when things aren't tough. Which, obviously is a good way of telling who's worth putting all this power and strength behind. Yeah. I feel like sometimes, when all is, fun and light and fine, then, sometimes people, again, sometimes people, look around for, other options, but ultimately, do they emotion? No, it's just, and ultimately, the people who can't see the value, you know, in you, eventually just see your back because you walk away. Again, you don't do bull, you don't do illusion. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles also came up in pile number one. So you are somebody who's very strong in who they are, very grounded. You're very real about things. And yeah. So I felt like it's good to walk away from the people who just, who just can't see the value of the real power that you bring to the table. Because the people who do are down for you all the time. Like I feel like the people who, you know, are, you know, aren't caught up with illusions, the people who, can see the value of your strength and your power, those people want to be in your life forever. Those people, so yeah, occasionally you do find people who don't show you your worth, but you're smart enough to walk away because because you're smart enough to realize that that says nothing about your worth and says everything about theirs. So, but I will say you've got a lot of ride or die people, like people who will be with you through everything. And I think that is because you're also the person who's going to be with people through everything, as long as they're not stupid. All right. I feel like the people who sleep on you, the people who, can't make up their minds, you know, they lose you. And the people, again, this is not necessarily how I would say it, but obviously the people who ride with you ride towards victory. And I feel like it's kind of that simple. Um, because you come in with a big flaming sword of victory. And just, some people, some people, that's okay. I'm getting that people hesitate because maybe it's programming, to believe that something's a little bit worth more, or, but like if people don't see your worth, if people don't show up when you need someone, you readjust, as you should, because ultimately your loyalty is strong, but you're not loyal for the disloyal. Sacred journey. I feel like, yeah, people want to be on your journey, people want to be on your team. I feel like the people you know, who initially don't get it eventually get it. It's kind of too late, because whatever is going on, you're just going to keep moving, keep growing, keep changing, keep fighting for what you find is important. Keep, you know, I'm getting like laying things honest and open. And you know what? Sometimes that's why people don't want to be around, because they don't want they don't want reality. They want to have the illusions that they have. And you are definitely somebody that's the winning team, but you're not team I'll lie to you. Everything in moderation, including moderation. So you are somebody who does, try to make sure that the actions that, well, are you a moderate person? Because I'm almost getting like you are a little intense. So, yeah, you're a little bit of an intense person. But, and maybe that's the including moderation part in this. I feel like it's not you're because it's like you're in or you're out with you. Um, and I don't feel like it has to do with you. It's not, I'm not getting anything vindictive or anything from you. What I'm getting is ride for me or we don't ride together. It's just, it's that simple. It's so, but I do feel like maybe moderation isn't yeah, even though you got the moderation card, I get the impression that moderation isn't the easiest thing for you. You do have, you know, you do have things that you're just gonna keep moving forward on. But yeah, I feel like all eyes are on you. Like you are somebody that people really pay attention to what they do, pay attention to the actions, and you're always coming from a real place. And I'm also getting like the smart people in your life see what you bring to the table. Yeah. I feel like you know, you're a benefit, you're like victory, victory, victory. Like people know there's going to be prosperity and victory with you. I do have the cold heart, and I am getting nothing cold from you. I'm getting, power, I'm getting strength, I'm getting lots and lots of fire energy. Um, but I'm not getting any cold from you. I mean, you do with there is that Eight of Cups that came up twice. So, I mean, you definitely will walk away from people, but none of it is about you being cold. I feel like if people show you their coldness, I do feel like you reflect it back. Yeah. If they're cold, you're cold. If they're loyal, you're loyal. Um, and the glow in the dark charm. So this is like a beacon, but I'm not necessarily seeing that you see what other people don't see. What I'm getting is, you are, yeah, there's so much fire energy. I feel like one of those things that you do light things up, you do, and you definitely, if something's true, you're going to make it known. So some of the reasons why people do not want to be in your life is they do not, if they don't want somebody to be real with them, or they want to hide things, you are not the person in their life. And it's not about you, like it's not like you being you're not somebody who's, just telling secrets. You are somebody that, you know, you're somebody that just has a real problem with lying. So good fortune. Yeah, the people who do, decide that they'd rather have somebody who's real honest, who'll be with you, your connection with them is genuine good fortune. And again, these are the people who are there for you too, so it's good fortune for everybody connected. So you really use your knowledge, you've gained wisdom, and you use it. If you know something's the right thing to do, that's exactly what you do. And I feel like you don't care what the consequences are for you. So, with the martini glass, I mean, I do get that some of you, I feel like if somebody's only looking for somebody that's, fun, fluffy, and a good time, then those are the people, you know, who just don't put as much effort in you. Like you are somebody that is challenging because you're basically going to challenge anybody's bull. But as much as you have people who might regret it later that you're not on their team, you have people who are so on your team, like on your team forever. So it is a very good way to live your life. So yeah, if somebody's just looking for a good time and nothing deep, you're not their person. But the people who appreciate you really appreciate you because you're somebody with your lack of bull and your loyalty and all this fire, passion, all this drive. Like you're somebody that people can truly grow with, but you're not for the person who doesn't want to grow. You're not for the person who doesn't want to be healthier. Um, so I hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So you just need to be subscribed and comment. I definitely Want to thank everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, booking readings, commenting, because it all matters and I really appreciate it. So we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 3. And pile number 3 is the Phoenix. So the Phoenix, my gorgeous pile number 3 is, I'm sorry, I should have propped that up better. I got this from a gorgeous and lovely friend of mine. How do others see you? 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot. I just started hearing all I do is win, win, win. Uh, and the cards just continue to confirm that because, like, I didn't even have the, when I said that, I didn't even have the Six of Wands out yet. So it was the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Six of Wands. And again, I suddenly started hearing the all I do is win, 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 no matter what. So, so, people see you as somebody that can really reach and attain your dreams. They see you, yeah, they see you going for it. They see you achieving it. Um, your new beginnings are strong new beginnings. You may you're happy, satisfied, moving forward, and getting the appreciation. Yeah, and it's because that is the person, this is the steady, stable person that you are. So appropriate that the Queen of Pentacles has all this energy towards success because it's like whatever happened in your life, you've battened down, you've done what you needed to do to be responsible, to grow. I mean, even if you weren't always that way, you have done it. You've gotten there. Six of Pentacles. So you're somebody who's generous. There's somebody that's kind. You're somebody that, you know, absolute marriage material. Yeah, people are like, how can I have that person in my life? So whatever you feel like on the inside, on the outside, people are like, you just come off as an amazing person. They're definitely, you do have some people, you definitely have people who are there for you, but I feel like you also have some people coming back in the past, from the past, who may see who you are now and maybe appreciating it more than they may have in the past. I'm not, and it's not usually what I get with the Six of Cups, but I felt it, so I had to say it. So occasionally you do have, you know, I feel like it is important to remember who was there for you when everything wasn't good. But I feel like all the reindeers love you now, at least in my Rudolph the Reindeer seasonally inappropriate metaphor. So with that, I'm getting something a little bit different from that. Like, you definitely have people who are watching, who are observing what you do. Three of Pentacles. And I feel like, at least in this stage in life, you have a lot of people who want a chance to work with you. there you definitely have people who want a chance to work with you, especially because they want to pick up the magic that you've made for yourself. King of Swords. Are you the King of Swords? So the King of Swords, I feel like that there is somebody, the King of Swords in your life, and the Ace of Cups fell out. So, and it was just the Ace of Cups, so I took that one. Yeah, I feel like, and I'm going to get back to the King of Swords, like you definitely have people who want a brand new emotional beginning in love with you. I do think that you do need to pay attention to who is there for you. Um, but you don't, you're at a place where you don't have you know, you have people who want to put real investments in you, and you do have people who really want to invest love and affection in you. And I think that you do have people who, you know, are truly there for you, but you may need to be discerning about that. So with the King of Swords, as I drop a good half of one of my decks, because I feel like you're getting some kind of message regarding the King of Swords. The King of Swords, maybe somebody who's male, maybe somebody who's female, but I feel like there's somebody. I feel like there's just more than meets the eye with this card, so I'm going to go in. But obviously, the King of Swords is somebody who's cerebral, somebody who has strong boundaries. King of Wands. Yeah, I'm almost getting like you may have somebody who's pretending to be somebody else. Like you are this person who's built this foundation, who's built, you know, all of what it's like you built all that you see before you. And I feel like you do have somebody who's presenting as this intelligent person, but it's like they do like, but I'm getting like with the King of Swords, but they're the King of Wands. It's like they're trying to show you one thing when what they are is another. And I feel like it's not even that what they actually are is inherently bad, but it's just there may be somebody who's better at talking about what they can come through with than actually being able to come through with it. So I don't know why you're getting this message, but again, I was getting that it is important to discern who was there for you when you needed help, because you should be worried about this person. And I know that that's not, you know, because this is supposed to be how other people feel about you. And for the most part, you know, people are all in, but you, I feel like, I mean, you're getting a little bit of extra message that there's somebody in your life who's pretending to be somebody that they're not. Um, and that, you know, despite all the benefits and good things that you have, you should be worried about this. And I feel like you are definitely, I mean, just because they came back from the past, you got to like really pay attention to, were they there when things were rough? All right, getting back to that, how do others see you? Two of Swords. There's some mental conflict. I feel like if people, I mean, you are doing all you win, all you do is win. So, you may cause people to be a little bit conflicted, especially if they tend to be more jealous. Um, and this person that maybe, yeah, there's somebody in your life you really need to take with a grain of salt because they may not be happy for your success, even if they want to capitalize on it. Wheel of Fortune. All right. Again, like I don't know if you have like some kind of karma with somebody, but also keep in mind you're doing so good. And if you do have somebody that as soon as they come around, things get a lot harder. Don't go on the merry-go-round again. You need to choose. You know you need to think about your future. You need to invest towards your future happiness. And again, if somebody's conflicted about you because they're jealous of your success, if people somebody's pretending to know more than they are, than they do, um, and especially if you have this past history with them. So this pile is like, people think you're awesome, but if you know that every time somebody comes around, things get difficult. You should maybe accept that every time this person comes around, things get difficult. So, um, I don't know why you needed to have a warning, but you did. So you have been warned. But congratulations on all the success and all the work you put in. Just be careful about the people who just want to use it for them. Vacation days don't exist just for show. Take them, use them all. I get that you overwork yourself. That yes, your achievement has come from you putting the work in. That, um, but it's absolutely just as important for you to not work yourself to death. I'm getting that you definitely have to for rest, make time for people who, not just people who are pursuing you because whatever it is that you did that got you so successful, but make time for the people who you know actually truly care. Move forward. I'm getting like, if you're in an endless loop with somebody, you're definitely supposed to move forward, because that person, they're pretending to be somebody else, and they certainly enjoy your generosity. But, you know, when it comes to your happiness, they're conflicted. And I feel like you have people who are truly, really, you know, just think the world of you and always have. Like, so I'm getting like, you may need to spend time reinforcing the relationships with, not just the people who only gave you the time after you had more success, but, the people who always just enjoyed who you were. So we're going to do some charms. But yeah, people see your success. And a lot of people are really happy with it, and a lot of people want to go along with that success. But you do have to be discerning about. But some people are jealous of your success, and you do have people who are truly there for you, but you do have people who are taking want to get what they can out of the success that you have now. So again, remember that you have people who really love you just for who you are. Again, like while you do have a lot of people who maybe love you now that you're successful, you have people who just their heart is absolutely filled with love for you. Um, and I feel like there is a need, for whatever. I'm just keep like there's a need to speak with with your heart. I feel like for the most part you're getting a lot of people who are recognizing you now. But it's also important for you to recognize the people who are there, because there are connections in your life that are very significant. There are connections in your life that can truly last the test of time. And again, but you definitely have a lot of connections, and there is a need to just tell the ones that are extra deluxe, and because I feel like you have connections of people who will be there for you no matter what. That'll always be steady, stable, reliable for you. Um, and you have connections with people who, when they show up, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they look good. But when they show up, it's just always disappointing. So, um, don't expect just because you've gotten to a place that's amazing that you are amazing, that this person that the people who show up 333 is on the clock, so that might be significant to you. But um don't you shouldn't be trying to prove something to the people who didn't value if they didn't value you when you had less. You shouldn't be prioritizing them now that you have more. But I'm getting you have a lot of connections, but you do need to pay attention. Some of them are connections that are really important to you. Some of them, they may still be valuable connections. But I feel like you have one particular connection that this person doesn't care about you as much as they think you think that they do, or your success doesn't make them a better person. Your success might make them be around more, but just as they're willing to be around more in your success, they're going to be around less when you're not. So that being said, you had a massive transformation, and the people around you definitely see that transformation. I feel like you bring a lot of joy and happiness. A lot of people really do want to be around you. Again, I'm not saying everybody is around you is fake, but I feel like you may have somebody in particular. Like you may have somebody who's kind of like your kryptonite. Um, and you might want to go on a kryptonite free diet. Um, because I'm not sure if this person's heart is actually really open. Again, you should pay attention to the people who are there for you when things weren't easy. Um, because the people who lock their heart up regarding you, like they just because they're around doesn't necessarily mean that they're truly with you. And again, that may not be for everybody, but this is the only pile that got a warning. And again, you're doing great. People really appreciate you, but there's just some people that are a little bit faker in your life. But I feel like, that being said, there are people who really want to be there with you, you know, like they always want to be in the same flow with you. Like they want to be there for you no matter what. So I've got the cat and the kitten. Um I feel like that you do have a connection in your life. Like while you do have, I don't know if some of the people in there, would identify with the twin flame journey, but I feel like some of you might have a connection that's, a lot sweeter, while other while having a connection that you feel this attachment to, but it's not, generally doesn't end well. But I'm feeling like, again, there's a need to nurture the people who nurture you, like that there is this, like for some of you, you have this connection. There's this connection, and there's this connection with somebody. Like some of you have like somebody who just really truly loves you, and you may need to be careful about who you're actually investing in. That being said, you're showing up as the star. You're, you're amassing wealth, and you're really being able to hold on to it. But I am getting like, you don't always nurture the right thing. Like at least some people in your life think that you don't always nurture the right thing. That sometimes you nurture the connection that, maybe this person isn't there when you're not successful. Um, but people have seen that you've really leveled up. But mostly, I'm for you. I'm just getting that. Make sure that the people you're putting everything into are really your people. Because I feel like you may have some people who you absolutely have at least somebody who just loves you no matter what, like really does. And you have somebody in your life that comes around when things are good, and leaves when they can do better. And that you should probably let go of. So I hope that this helps. I really appreciate you. If you do want to move, you do want a personal reading, I'm doing one as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. Someday I'll be able to get through this sentence, but apparently I'm failing at it. Uh, so thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing. I really appreciate it. And we're going to move on to our pile number 4 with the shell box. So pile number 4, how do others see you? 4 of Swords, Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles. Well, I think the Queen of Pentacles has come up in quite a few readings today. And the Magician. People see you as steady, stable, and grounded. They also see you, they see you as powerful, and they see you as somebody who can make anything they want to happen happen. Like, they see you as somebody who has, the tools for the job. But I'm getting like you do have a somewhat retiring energy about you. It's like you take whatever time you need to heal. I feel like you may have, you know, you may have moved back a lot, but people really love you because they know that you offer real love. Like, people can see your heart, so you're very grounded. But I get that. I'm getting that you really give love, and when I say that, I'm not just saying in a romantic sense. And in fact, I feel like a lot of you may have pulled back from, you know, some of you may have truly pulled back from romance. You're healing. A lot of you may be healing a broken heart. But it never stopped you from showing love or being love. And because you give out that love, people respond to it. People, it's like you're somebody that makes the choice to be loving, and people love you for it. But I do get, maybe people sense, people may sense your pain. Um, and again, like, you're very powerful, you're very grounded, but you may have, you again, some of you may have, at least for now, you're actively giving out love, and you are receiving love. Um, but a lot of you are just healing and definitely not taking time to, your healing heart, you're not trying to bear it to somebody who might hurt it again. But it's not that your heart space is closed, you're just being love for the people around you. So the 4 of Cups. Yeah, again, you may not be taking offers right now in that way, but it's not keeping you from showing love or being love. But I feel like in life, it may be obvious that you may have received a lot less love than you've given. Um, and it's almost like it's like the fact that you still give so much love is almost like an act of heroism. King of Wands. I feel like the King of Wands isn't you. I feel like, you definitely had somebody, um, they might have, it's just, they may have been looking for something different than what you were, because you were definitely looking for stability. Um, and this person had a lot of fire, but I don't think that they were offering stability. Yeah. So I feel like either somebody really did take advantage of you, or somebody really tried to take advantage of you. I feel like, for some of you, like, they didn't get far enough to, but they definitely still hurt your heart. I feel like a lot of you, but not all of you, but a lot of you, you knew what you wanted, so you didn't accept less from this person. And even the ones who did that, that's not on you. This is just because whatever it was, and the reason why you're spending time to rest and to heal your heart, and the reason why you're not as open to people. So yeah, I feel like the biggest issue is this person just made you less open, but this person failed to make you less loving. This person failed to make you less stable. But yeah, you had somebody who just didn't offer you anything that was worth your time. And as a result, things fell apart. How do others see you? So yeah, I feel like because of how badly that went, you are, yeah, especially since this person did not come in with good, this person didn't come in with good intentions. And again, I feel like some of you were able to suss out that this person had bad intentions, but it still didn't make things all that much better for you. But you continue to be strong and brave and continue to, yeah, again, like a lot of you saw through this person. I feel like even though you did see through this person, this didn't necessarily keep you from caring about them. But you're here for stability, and somebody who's got their stuff together, and somebody who's going to offer you as much as you offer them. And you aren't quite as open as you used to be. But I feel like no matter what, like people see you using everything you've got to move away from what fell apart. It was just, you know, I feel like you may have been offered something that you couldn't accept. Because it was a poison pill. It was like things can fall apart now or fall apart later, but no matter what, they're going to fall apart. So I feel like you may have been offered because they could have been trying to run away from the situation. They were definitely trying to take what they could get, without giving an equal measure. And I feel like a lot of you received an offer that's an offer you couldn't take. And so I feel that people can see the heartache in you, but they also see that you're only going to stand for the truth. You're only going, it's like you're still going to be victorious even if it's hard won. And you're still going to only choose the option in which the option that's a steady foundation instead of something that it can fall now or it can fall later, but the foundation's bad. So I mean, people see you as somebody who's loving, kind, stable, powerful, but they also see you somebody who is hurting, uh, and they see you as somebody that continues to give and show love to the people in your life. With the Eight of Swords, do you feel stuck? No, because you're moving forward no matter what. I actually feel that the person who was trying to get away with things regarding you, the person that, the person who offered you, you know, offers you really couldn't take. I feel now those people feel trapped by those actions. I feel like whoever it was, it's like literally the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords. This person meant, didn't, want what they wanted out of the situation, that they didn't want to take care of you. Um, but but now they're stuck. They feel stuck. If I feel like they could actually let themselves out, but I feel like they specifically feel stuck regarding you because what they I feel like they failed to appreciate the stability, the foundation that you offer, the love that you offer. This person definitely knows that they hurt you. And this person definitely knows that you didn't deserve it. I feel like even when this person hurt you, I feel like you acted with grace. I feel like a lot of what a lot of what keeps this person stuck is truly realizing. I feel like this person may have truly realized who you are, because I feel like at no part in this process did you, you know, you didn't become less. You didn't, you just kept on being loving, kept on being a loving person, kept on being a, healthy, loyal, stable person. I feel like the loyalty may have shifted to people who actually, you know, actually, I feel like you turned your love specifically away from this person and just started giving it to, like, to everybody in a form of compassion and kindness. Again, it's not a romantic thing. I feel like you definitely have a person in your life, and I feel like the very same person that offered you gave you an offer that you had to refuse. And now I feel like this person realizes that if they give you an offer, that not even that you will refuse them, that you probably should refuse them. Like, I feel like this person, like, I don't know how this became a love reading, but I feel like somebody offered you way too little. Somebody offered you something that you had to refuse. And now this person knows that if they offer you something that, considering the awesomeness that who you are and what they have, how they've treated you, that, they may want to give you this offer, but, even if they give you a good offer, you may just refuse them because you've shown that honesty, clarity, realness, and integrity are some things that are very important to you. And you are the Queen of Pentacles, and you're only taking steady, stable new beginnings. You're only taking. So I feel like somebody tried to play you and played themselves, um, which I feel like isn't fun for anybody involved. And it it has it hasn't completely emotionally shut you down, but you're a lot less open than you were. And you've also demonstrated that poor behavior will get people cut out of your life. It's like I have to say that when people do get cut out, they do tend to feel a little bit shocked because you're somebody with all this warm energy, all this queen of like you definitely live your life very heart forward. You're always looking out for people. You're being you're being practical. You're being nurturing. You're being kind. You're really offering your heart in a lot of ways. Like you're somebody that when something is difficult, you show up for people. You sit with them. You listen to them, you don't judge them, you just show them kindness. So I feel like when you do actually cut somebody out of your life, I feel like it's kind of a shock for people. Um because I feel like sometimes people think that just because you have been this loving, kind, stable presence in their life, that you know you're going to be that no matter what they do. And I feel like, yeah, it's you're not judgmental. You're super kind, but it's one of those things where you will really look at the truth. You will make the hard cuts, um, and then it's not the same getting in your life again. This all ends, Don't wait to enjoy it. Yeah, and I feel like that's maybe one of the reasons why you cut people. If they're again, it's just you know like if they're taking your time, they're literally taking your life. And I feel like you're willing to give your life, your energy, your love, your time. But if somebody gives you things that aren't worth your time and tries, I feel there's a really big difference in somebody, asking for something from you and somebody trying to take something from you. And you are very zero tolerance on somebody trying to take things from you. It's really silly on other people's parts because it's like it's pretty clear that you would give anything that you can to somebody you care about. So it's almost like the only thing that people achieve by then trying to take from you, because, if you could possibly give it, you would. The only thing that achieves is you cutting them off and letting them go. Because, you know, you're definitely kind, but you're not kind because you're weak. You're not even kind because you want people to like you or anything like that. You just exude this heart energy that you just really show love to everybody around you. You show people what it's like to just walk in love and kindness. Um, but you do let go of the people who just want to take advantage of that, because yeah, and it's one of the reasons why you're so gracefully able to walk away, because you know that the love and kindness that you put in. You do. Um, but being around you is like a warm hug. Like, being around you, people feel safe and taken care of and nurtured. Some of you like to cook for people. But just because you do all these things to serve other people, and I feel like you really go out of your way to serve other people, you never you don't forget that your value, it doesn't come, it's an act of love, not an act of, you know it's an act of service out of love, not because it's just you've got some fools in your life that until you let them go, like, they think because you do everything for them that you think that you're less, and it's just, you never did. You always knew your value, or if you didn't, you certainly found it. But yeah, even though you've been hurt, and even though the people who have hurt you eventually figure out, all I did was lose. It's like, it's almost like hurting you is killing the golden goose. Like, you're going to be giving and loving and kind, giving, loving and kind, and then once they hurt you, there's no more eggs. There's no more. So I feel like you really are somebody that is capable of having really secure relationships, because what you bring to the table is you know is so very valuable. But your it's the connections that work with you that are the connections that you're going to continue to work with. Yeah, again, you're a lot less open, and you definitely are letting go. I feel like you definitely had a realization that you needed to let go of people, places, and situations that don't treat you well, because you're all about the stability, the happiness. Um, you're certainly, like, for whatever connection that didn't work together with you, that's truly their loss. Um, and I feel like they may feel the loss afterwards, but yeah, just know that you have a lot of connections in this life, and it's because, again, you're giving that love. You definitely have had a blooming like a transformation, like a metamorphosis. Like you've definitely learned and grown, and you probably learned and grew through, somebody doing you wrong as well. But again, it never made you unkind and it never made you unstable, but it did make this person play themselves. I feel like you've always been very intelligent and very discerning. I feel like you're also able to see a lot of things that other people can't see. And I feel like you're somebody that really always comes from your heart space. Even though, right now you're taking time, licking your wounds, doing what you need to do to heal. But when you communicate with love. I feel like even when you cut somebody off, you still do it with love. Um, but I feel like you provide, because sometimes I get this as inconsistent affection, but I'm getting like you provide companionship and comfort. I feel like you definitely um and even though you're taking your time and healing from the hurt, um you're certainly not putting your time in, like you realize that time is precious. You realize that, you know, that if somebody's going to be a waste of time, they don't need to be a waste of your lifetime. So as much as you're somebody who's super heart focused, you're also somebody who's that's one of the reasons why you can let go. I feel like you have a lot of insight into people's hearts, and you have a lot of kindness, respect, but you also believe people when they show you who they are. And I feel like you've be, you are super strong. You're very strong because I feel like what the things, and I feel like it's not just this person or people, but I will say that I definitely feel like the easiest thing to do for you would have been closing your heart space. Um, but instead, ultimately, all you do is just continue to show people love. And because of that, the people around you love you. Because while some people, you know, want to kill the golden goose, a lot of people can see how special what you offer is. So I hope that this helps you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. And thank you.